So this is going to be a love reading for the sign that I select from the pile of cards here. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I really appreciate it. I started this love series yesterday, I believe, or maybe the day before. I've already done Scorpio, Virgo, and Gemini. So if you have any of those placements, take a look at those. Hopefully you gained some perspective and insight from today's reading. If you do, please like the video. I would really appreciate it. And then also, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you there. All right, so who's going to go today? Who is coming through? Who am I reading for today? Going with this one. Okay, so we have Libra. So we are welcoming in the energy of Libra. Anyone with prominent Libra placements, thank you so much for being here. And if you're cross-watching for Libra, welcome to the reading. So let's see what your personal energy is at this time as it relates to love and relationship. So you could be in a relationship, you can be in the dating phase, you can be just getting to know someone. See what is going on for the Libra that I'm reading for today, please. Let's open the channel and bring the messages through for the sign of Libra. What is Libra's energy as it relates to love and relationship at this time? Thank you so much. All right, let's raise the energy a little bit. It's a little late over here, so try to get some energy flowing. One more. Okay. What's coming through for the sign of Libra? All right, so we have the Six of Pentacles. What else? So you are thinking about fairness as it relates to your relationship dynamic at this time. The World. Okay. It's a little bit of heavy energy going on in your personal energy, Libra. And the Page of Wands. With the World and a page here, it does indicate that there is some sort of cycle being broken, and you are super energetic and enthusiastic and motivated to start a new cycle here. The Six of Pentacles does talk about fairness, and it talks about the give and take of a dynamic. So in this case, since we are focused on relationship, it could be your other person. So you're sort of reevaluating and looking into, is it fair? How much the Libra is putting into the relationship compared to how much they're receiving or how much their partner is putting into this relationship. So it just indicates to me that something must have happened recently that has caused you to really step back and look into this part of the relationship dynamic. It does feel very strong-minded. It does feel like you are like putting your foot down, and it's like, you know, I don't know if it's a little ultimatum-like, but even if you're not necessarily telling your partner or giving your partner an ultimatum, there is a strong sense of you standing in your conviction and making up your mind around this situation of an imbalance as it relates to the reciprocity of the relationship. And I don't know if you are seeing that this is some sort of pattern or cycle that you have ran into in multiple relationships with multiple people, or this is a long-standing relationship. Is this a pattern between you and your person? But you are definitely looking to break this pattern. Now, it could be just generalized, right? Like the amount of effort that you put in compared to your people or your person. Or it could be like one specific thing. Like, I am tired of this thing, this one thing that is always coming up. It could be a big situation because the World card is a big card to where, I mean, it's like it's a make or break deal in the relationship, or it could be something minor and mundane. that maybe you and your person are sort of bicker about from time to time. If it's not about that, you are just stepping back and really stepping in to your self-worth and your self-respect and what your standards are, what you want out of this person, what you want out of this relationship, and you are looking into that. Maybe there's just been some you're just not satisfied with how something is going, and so you've made up your mind. It doesn't seem as though you are in this stage of like thinking about it and going back and forth about it. She looks pretty strong in her seat here, even with the World card coming through. It reminds me of like the higher self coming through and just being like, Libra, like, you know better. Like, what are you doing, allowing something like this to happen, right? Like, you need to sit in your power, and you need to, just remember who you are, right? Like, I mean, male or female here. And at this point, once you pretty much have this conversation with yourself and solidify, like, this is what I want out of this person, from this person, from this relationship, or just in general from relationships and love dynamics. Like, you're tired of putting yourself last. Like, you want to feel that you are respected and valued. And you are super energetic and super excited to step into this role, to show up as this person. So you, let's just say in the future, you're attracting people or, future relationships. Like, you're excited to be show up as this new self, not new self, but it's just a little bit more elevated. And it's a sort of a relief for you now that it's like, okay, I see the pattern. I see my behaviors. I see what I attract and and why I attract this, right? Like, why I allow this in my previous relationships. And I put it aside now. I healed it. I understand it. I fixed it. And I feel strong, and I feel enthusiastic and excited and passionate about showing up this way with my partner or with future partners, if that makes sense. So there is still a cycle ending here. So for some of you, you may be ending a relationship or ending a pattern that the both of you have. But then there's also an element of being excited about something as well, and having sort of a new start in a sense. All right, so let's go into your person's energy. What is up with your person? Where do they stand at this moment as it relates to love and relationship? And of course, reverse the roles if needed. Libra's person in question, please. Let's see where they stand, where their energy is, where their mindset is, as it relates to love, relationships at this time. All right, so they have the 7 of Wands, the Strength card. So there's a need for them to have bravery of some sort. Like, for some reason, they need to be brave. They need to have courage right now. And the Temperance card. I feel like they're going through it a little bit right now. It feels or they feel like there's a lot to put on their plate. There's a lot coming at them. They're trying to find a path. They're trying to find clarity, a clear direction, I'm feeling. There's a lot of, they are in a situation where it seems unaligned. Like they are not aligned maybe within themselves. Like, what their mind and heart wants, they're not the same, or what their soul and mind want, like something like that, where they're conflicted. There you go. It does feel like they are conflicted. And so therefore there's no clarity and there is no pathway to follow. There's a blockage, definite blockage here, that it just feels like they can't find their way out of. And I do feel as though they are creating it for themselves. Maybe they have too many thoughts going through their mind, or maybe there's just a lot in their life that's happening right now. For some reason, they need to have courage and really take a step into like go internal, and like so if it comes to this relationship, right, like we're speaking about this relationship, I feel like this person has other things though. That's why it's like I can go into like their life or like other parts of their life, but zoning into the relationship dynamic with you, Libra, they're not coming from an authentic place right now. They may be saying things or making moves that seem like it, that seem like they are, you know, coming towards you or interested or something like that, but they really don't know what they want. Like, I'm even having a hard time communicating it from their perspective, like sitting in their energy. There is an issue, like a blockage with their words and their throat chakra, like majorly. For some reason, like it's just, I want to say the thing, but I can't say it because I don't know myself enough. Like, this is how they think. Like, I'm sitting in their energy. Like, I don't know what I want, and I don't know what I want because I am not self-aware. They are not a self-aware person. Not enough to come from an authentic place and show up real and show up raw and show up honest, because they don't know who they are. There could be some trauma here with this person, and that may be what the blockage is. So maybe in the past, somehow, maybe past relationships, when they tried to communicate what they wanted, maybe they were met with criticism and judgment and negativity. Maybe, you know, throughout their lives, they've always been told that they have to be a certain way, which didn't coincide with who they were, you know, and so they've had this battle their whole lives between who they really are and who they're supposed to be and how they're supposed to show up in life. And so for some reason throughout their life, they have not had the opportunity to work on becoming self-aware and really getting to know themselves. It's a little bit sad, actually. And maybe this, like, the reason why I feel shaken up and I can't speak from their perspective is because maybe by you putting up your standards and your boundaries and your expectations, it's shocking them. Like, it's shaking them up. They've lived this way for so long, and all of a sudden this opportunity comes through with you to communicate where you stand and how you are not satisfied with the reciprocity, the give and take here of the relationship. And you're saying, like, you know, I respect myself more than this, right? Like, this is, I know what I can bring to the table, and you are not meeting me here, and therefore I cannot continue to allow that. And maybe they do care about you, but they don't know how to show up and do what you want, or they don't know how to communicate even where they stand. Maybe there's a communication issue between the both of you that causes you to be like, you know what, like, you can't even speak to me, you can't come from a true authentic place, you can't open up, you can't be vulnerable, blah blah blah. And it's like, maybe that's the big the big fight, you know. They're trying to go within, calm down. They do feel shaken up, so there's a need for them to like sort of just balance out their emotions and their thoughts and just seek spiritual guidance of some way. I don't even know if they know how to do that. Maybe the universe is stepping in with the temperance here and like saying like this is a moment where this person as an individual, like it's part of their life journey. Like this is a moment in time where they have to do this work, and the universe is stepping in with temperance, and it's like I'm showing up, right? Like you're in this situation. It's your time to go through this moment, and you need to go through it. Like you need to face it. If that makes sense. All right. So let's get some more details and go into how does Libra feel about their person. How does Libra feel about their person, please? Four of Swords. I think you're done with the fight here. You're done with the conversation. They feel that you've already said everything you've had to say. And Judgment. Yeah, on the Libra side and the High Priestess, so you are following your higher self, your intuition. On Libra side, it's just like a big moment of being done. Like it's not even, it could, of course it's a personal thing, right? It's personal to this relationship. It's personal to this person. But I also feel like it's bigger than that on the Libra side. Like it's something that they are going through. Like it's a moment where Libra is maturing and really stepping into this elevated part of themselves where they have identified that they have been settling. They're settling, and they see that now, and they're tired. Like they don't want to do that anymore. Like this is a big wake up moment for Libra. How does Libra feel about their person? Libra's like done, pretty much. Four of Swords, like Libra is resting after this big moment that just happened. It feels like a big conversation that just happened. And they're just taking the time. I feel like there's not a lot of conversation. There's not a lot of communication. It's a little quiet. Libra sees that they are walking away from this person, or this person is walking away as well, something like that. Both of you have like cards that talk about the universe sort of stepping in. Like this is a destined type of moment. There's something about like walking away, going down like their own path, whereas another person is waiting. There's an element of waiting and time, but then there's also an element of like going into another portal, going into another lifetime, going into another phase or chapter of life here. And like looking back and like, are you following me or not? Are you, like, are you going to do this or not? Right? Like this is the moment where you decide. This is the moment where you show up and you summon all of the strength and courage that you can, even if you don't know how, even if you don't know like what to say really, but are you coming or not? Like the action of, are you doing this or not? Like that is going to say a lot, because you see how they are walking through a portal of some sort, and the woman is looking back. And she's like sort of waiting, like, are you coming? Like waiting for someone to join her. Like she's about to move on. And once this person moves on, there's, you know, pretty much no going back. So it's like this final call. All right, how does Libra's person feel about Libra, please? Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Five of Swords. I think that your person thinks you have rocked the boat. Like maybe they felt that there was a good thing going on. You had a good thing going on, and all of a sudden you came in and you just like switched it up on them. And they're thinking that you are coming from a place of destructive behavior. Maybe it's not something that you are used to doing. Like it caught them off guard a bit, you know? And maybe that's why they're just like shaky. Like they can't even find the words to say. But this change and this shift, and you know, it does feel a little sudden. Like all of a sudden you're just like, you know what? Like blah, 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 right? Like this is it. This is me. This is what I want. Whatever. And you came to switch it up on them, basically. This is a moment in time where the dynamics of the relationships, you know, need to change, and Libra is creating this type of change, but your person feels like you are being destructive. You're not thinking it through. You're coming out of like impulsive behavior, or, you know, maybe your approach was not the best, right? Like maybe your approach came from a lot of projecting and, you know, just low level, low vibing behaviors and words. So they do feel a little like attacked or on the defense here. Yeah, we'll see if there's anything more that comes through from that. All right, what does Libra want from this relationship? Nine of Pentacles. Libra wants independence. I don't know. I feel like some of you want to be out of this relationship. The Nine of Pentacles. If you're looking at a love dynamic, a love reading, and the Nine of Pentacles comes through, it's usually someone who is single. Doesn't have to be though, but there is an indicator here that you probably just want your independence and to sort of have time. This is a time of your life where maybe you just want to be alone. But there's a sense of working on your stability, working on your money, and yeah, like your self-respect and your self-worth. The Nine of Pentacles is almost a 10. This person has done a lot in their life to get to where they're at now. So aside from this relationship, the life that you're living, whoever's on this side, is solid, is stable, and you've created it from the ground up, from scratch, with your bare hands, on your own. And it's like, if you're not getting treated how you feel that you need to be treated from someone, like you're sort of thinking to yourself like, shit, like I know my value. I know what I'm capable of. Like, look at the life I've created. You know, look at the work that I've put in to having the, you know, the life that I have, like something like that. And it's like, for me to allow whatever this is, which it does seem like it's not the same type of effort in some way. Yeah, it's like, no, like that you are standing firm, you know. You are standing firm in what you want. This has probably been a long time coming. This has probably been a sort of a argument or something like that, that is like the same type of argument for a good while. And so far, the only like emotional, heart-based, love-based, like I don't feel love here. I don't feel love here. I'm sorry. I don't know if this was the type of relationship that was just like, it looked good on paper. I do feel that. I don't feel connection. I feel this like elevated human, and this human that is like working on figuring themselves out and hasn't had too much experience and opportunity like dealing with relationship dynamics or dealing with other people in love relationships. Like they really don't, it doesn't feel like they know what they're doing. I mean, not to say that we all, like, none of us know what we're doing. I get it. But I don't know, like just more than relationship, you know, like figuring themselves out. Like this person needs to really like take a step back and reflect on themselves and connect with themselves, not just in love, not just in relationship, like in general, like mature, you know, and grow up a little bit and gain some wisdom and some experience and take things seriously. It doesn't feel like this person takes things very seriously. What does this person want from the relationship? The Eight of Swords. They just want, they want ease. They want it to be easy. Why can't it just be easy, right? To them, I mean, that's how they're coming. That's how they're thinking about it. They want the thoughts and the mental activity and all of the stress and all of that to just ease up and go away already. I don't think they do well with overthinking or having too much coming at them at once. Like with the Five of Swords coming at them, you know, whenever this conversation probably happened or the argument happened, something like that. Like it's just too sharp, it's too painful, it's too, like, it's not even painful, it's like they just don't understand it, and they don't do well with the mental over stimulating energy, if that makes sense. And yeah, they want it to stop. Let's go into the bridge. What is keeping these two individuals together? How are they connected? Because I don't feel connection. Even though you are sort of like, are you coming with me? Are we doing this? It feels like you just are more serious and you're just like, I can go all in, you know, I can do my part. I can, you know, like create this reality with you. I don't think that you understand your person very well if you think that they can, at this time of their life, can raise up and meet you at the level that you're at. Maybe you see potential, right? Like maybe you see potential in them. And so there's that element of like, okay, well, you know, I see something, you know, maybe they can get there. Maybe they can grow up and I can, you know, we don't have to leave each other. We can do this together. Like, I don't know, type of feeling. But some things like, it's like you can't wait for someone's, you can't wait or bank on potential. Like you can't, like, yeah, right? Like trust that. Like you don't know the future, right? And if there is a person holding you back And clearly they need to go through their own situation, like their own experiences or whatever. Like, gotta let them, you know? You can't hold their hand. Their other people's journey and life are not your responsibility. Wherever you are going, like, you are going somewhere big. You're going to a whole other life, like a whole other portal, a whole other, you know, like, place here. Like, wherever you're going, you also have to get used to that, because you're going to step into a place soon where you're not going to be the one with the experience. You're going to be learning something soon, right? Like, the concept of when we change and go into the next chapter or the next phase of our life, we have mastered or like come to the end of a certain chapter of life. Therefore, we are starting a new one. And when we start this new one, we are stepping into this new chapter with yes, more experience, yes, more wisdom, right? Yes, with more clarity, maturity, development, like all the elevated stuff. But it doesn't mean that we are going to know how to get through the dynamics of this new phase or this new chapter. There's a sense of being new, right? When we step into the new chapter of life. So if you are dragging someone along with you and you're supposed to be there's no way. There's literally no way. There's no way for you to step into a new chapter with bringing baggage from the old chapter that you were living, if that makes sense. The Hermit. There's wisdom here. What is that? The Hermit is what is bridging this relationship together. How is the Hermit the connection? The Fool, Page of Cups. You have the Hermit, which is like this wise, experienced energy with brand new, inexperienced energy. The bridge is someone is the teacher, someone is the mentor, someone is the guide. You know, someone takes control of the relationship and the other person follows. Someone is, maybe there's an age gap here. Maybe there's a financial status gap here. There's a experience gap. There's like it's two people who are on opposite sides of the spectrum of some sort, and there could be some codependency happening. I'm feeling that. Like someone, it leans on another person to do something for them, or depends on another person to do something for them. This is, I don't know why I'm getting this, and I am so sorry if this is triggering. I'm sure it may be for some, but it's like mommy issues, daddy issues here. needing to depend on another person for money or for lifestyle, or just because they have no experience and the other person takes control and, you know, does everything for someone. She fell upside down, so I just left her like that. But you have the Hanged Man, Death, and the Queen of Swords reversed. There's a feeling like at the foundation of this relationship here, there is a need to transform something. but it's shaky ground because the Hanged Man by itself is a unstable energy. I mean, he's upside down, right? Like, he's bounded. He can't move. He's looking at things from the wrong perspective. I mean, sometimes it's good to be upside down in a situation so you can see a different perspective of things. But the way it's coming across to me here, especially with the Queen of Swords reverse, is that there's no perspective. There's no clarity. There's no sense of like seeing this relationship like clearly. There's unstableness here. There's shaky ground. And with the Death card, this shaky ground is about to destroy itself. It's about to crumble. The advice here is to start new. The advice here is to, once again, go off on this new chapter, this new phase with the Fool. The World card is the end of the Fool's journey. The Fool is the beginning of his journey. That's why he is 0. He's not even number 1 in the deck. He is 0 in the deck. This card indicates brand new. All of the cards following the Fool in the major arcana from number 1, which is the Magician, to number 21, which is the World, are his journey, right? In order. And you have the World here at the end, and the advice is the Fool to begin. So there is ending, beginning. The Death card is here. This person's advice is to, I feel, childhood issues. I feel go back and start from scratch when it comes to like growing up, you know, and really looking at, like, I don't know how old this person is. I don't know how much experience this person is supposed to have at this time of their life. But it's like, yeah, there's no stability here. There's no, I just don't feel that this person does things by themselves, you know, like they need help. And I think that this side is just a little tired of that already. This side is just overwhelmed. I do want to clarify Temperance, please. I want to see why Temperance is here with this person. What is Temperance here to say or help this person with? And I don't know if you have seen any of my previous videos, but there was one that I did for the Libra where I spoke about Venus being retrograde until September. I think it's September. So your planet, not only is it your planet, but it's also the planet of love and, you know, relationship dynamics. Like she is, you know, the planet is not at her full capacity right now. So overall, for many people out there that are in relationships or have some type of connection or whatever, like they're going to be reevaluating a lot of this stuff. Like Venus going retrograde is like she is going and doing some internal work, and she is realizing, you know, where she needs to, what parts of love of herself she needs to fix, and she needs to identify, and she needs to, you know, mature from and elevate from. Like she's doing some internal work here, which in my opinion, the Libras are also doing that. And I feel that the Tauruses should be doing that as well. But I see that a lot from the Libra card, the Libra readings right now. There's some work that the Libras have to do on themselves right now for the next few months in preparation for what's to come once our planet goes back forward again, if that makes sense. So just something to think about. Want to check out those videos. All right, what is Temperance saying here for your person, Libra? Why is Temperance showing up? 10 of Wands. Temperance is here to help this person get through a tough time. Pretty much. The energy of Temperance is like balance and taking your time and calming down and connecting with yourself or with your surroundings. The Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. It's like really being grounded and practical and cautious, and more than anything, it's like take your time on something that is really burdensome, a lot to handle. This person is, this relationship, this person cannot handle it, it seems like. And it could be not just the relationship, but like I was feeling, there's a lot going on in their life in general right now. And they have to take their time and be smart and cautious and practical about every decision they make to get their life back together, to fix their life again. The Ace of Wands is also talks about a new start as well. But there's some work that this person has to do. There's some work that this person has to do so they can get to this new start. So they can get to be like enthusiastic again about life or about relationship, because we are talking about relationships here. I do feel, this is Ace of Wands, Page of Wands. I do feel that you both have some enthusiasm for the next chapter, for the next phase of wherever it is y'all are going. Whether they come with you or not, there's still some excitement here. But during the work moments, like this person wants to be excited, wants a new start, wants to feel inspired again, but they know that they have a lot to do. And maybe they're not inspired to do it. But yeah. Let's get some oracle cards and see if there's anything that the universe wants to say to help with the situation. Lack and doubts. Okay. Renewal and spark. Higher self and activation. Yeah, so here's some new start. Lacking and doubting the situation, but wanting a new start and going toward your higher self. Connecting with that part of you that is not going to steer you wrong as the decisions card comes through. Your higher self is like your own internal information system. Right? Like when you're in doubt, you connect with your higher self so you can gain clarity, and of course helps you make decisions. So there is a lot of mental play, especially on this side, like the doubting, the anxiety, the sort of destructive behavior, just being in the head and ruminating about, the situation and what to do about it and all of that stuff. So there is a need to connect, like step back, get quiet, step back and connect with oneself in order to help you make these decisions. Because again, there is something that is renewed, like there's a feeling of something new coming up. What is the new energy? Five of Pentacles. Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. New love. The Devil and the Two of Cups. With the Ace of Swords, yeah. So there's new love coming through. I don't know if it's this situation. Again, I don't feel anything about love here, except for the clarifiers on the last cards that I'm pulling for the whole reading, right? Like, not up until this moment where we are already 45 minutes into the reading. I was already about to close the reading, and now we get some love cards going. So two outcomes here. One is your person does the work, gets inspired, you know, follows you through this portal into the new chapter of life, and you come out of this sad place, right? Like, because I'm sure this is making you feel sad, and there is love generating and connection generating and, you know, passion coming through. Or this ends and there's some sadness. Someone feels left out, someone feels left, but there's new love coming, like actual love coming here. And I know that the Devil is here, but with the Knight of Cups and the Two of Cups, this is passion. This is intense passion, which there's some passion lacking from this relationship here right now. So I don't know which outcome you fall into, but just know that once this change happens, somebody has created this change, and I think it's the Libra on this side, things start to activate, right? There was activation, wasn't there? Yeah, activations here, and people start making decisions that they need to make, right? So you're stirring the pot, you're getting things going. So whether it's this person and you creating this bond, this connection, this passion, this intense, like, you know, love and all of that, or if it's not this person, it's someone new coming through. All right. Well, I mean, that was a good ending, at least, you know, to the story. I know it's easier said than done because you're the one going through it. But yeah. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know your situation. I hope you were able to gain some insight from this reading today. I hope it helps you in some way. And if it did, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you there. Check out your other placements or your partner's sign. I'm going to be finishing the love readings for the rest of the signs pretty soon. And we will see you on the next one. Thank you so much.